In this episode, we are going to take a look on the possibilities how to export egg files from Blender. So the first is the old Yabee exporter. So exports models from the Blender to Panda3D game engine. And this works only with Blender 2.5, 2.6 and 2.7. I'm still using this because I'm most familiar with Blender 2.7. And as you can see, it exports meshes, UV layers, materials and textures, armatures, skeleton animation, shape keys, collision options through Blender's game logic, so the old Blender's game logic. So if you are using Blender 2.7 like me, just use these. I'm also going to add these links to the video description so you don't have to search for this. And the second option is also the Yabee exporter, and this works with Blender 2.8. So renewed egg exporter for Blender 2.8. And as you can see, the old Yabee exporter was actually updated more than 13 months ago. And so this is the old, and the new was updated 26 days ago. So if you are using Blender 2.8, then go to this link. And as I said, I am going to add these links to the video description. So as you can see, this is Yabee version 14.4. This is a renewed egg exporter, and it exports meshes, UV layers, materials, vertex colors, textures, diffuse textures and normal maps, armature, skeleton animation, shaped keys, non-cyclic NURBS, curves. So as you can see, here are some information, just read through it. The third option is the so-called blend to BOM converter. So this is a CLI or a command line interface tool to convert Blender blend files to Panda3D BOM files. So it directly converts the .blend files to .bom files. I never tried this, but it looks I think it can be useful, but I like to work with egg files. That's why I didn't try it until now. So as you can see, it was updated like 27 days ago, or 24 days ago. So it's still a maintained project. And here it is how you can install. So pip install Panda3D-blend to BOM if you want to use, and here are the commands, so how you can convert from blend to BOM file. Just read through these. And the third option is the gltf utilities for Panda from Moguri. And here it says that this project adds gltf loading capabilities to Panda3D, which is very nice because no one knows outside Panda the egg or the BOM files, and the gltf is a widely known 3D file format. So here it says that one long-term goal for this project is to be used as a reference for adding a built-in C++ gltf loader to Panda3D. So, and at the end, let's take a short look how to install the Yabee exporter under Blender 2.7, so the old exporter, and also the new Yabee exporter under Blender 2.8. So here I am in the old exporter's GitHub page. So you have to click on the clone or download and download the whole repository as a zip file. So, and it downloads the Yabee-master. You don't have to extract this, so just leave it as a zip file. Go to your Blender 2.79, I'm using Blender 2.79, and go to the user preferences under the add-on tab, and here select install add-on from file. So that just search your zip file that you have downloaded, so in your downloads folder, and here just click on install add-on from file. So after you install this add-on, just search for the egg, and here you will find import export Panda3D egg formats. Check this checkbox, and after you checked and installed and checked this checkbox, you will see under the file menu export a Panda3D egg. So now if I want to export this Susan or this monkey head, I can export it as Panda3D. I created a desktop or an empty folder on my desktop, and it is my egg models. I'm just going to name it model 1. And here are still some options in this lower left tab. You can select, let's say, if you want to export only the animations, and I'm just going to leave it as default, so I'm not going to change here. And after I exported, here in this folder, here is the egg file, which is, as I said in the last video, is a human readable file format. So if you want to use Blender 2.8, I'm going to close this. Yes, okay. If you want to use Blender 2.8, the process is the same. I assume you already know how to do these things, but I just decided to shortly show you. So the process is the same, but now you have to use this second Yabee exporter, the newer from this Kergalim, and also just download it as a zip. Search for this zip folder, so in your Blender, go to Edit, Preferences, and here are the add-ons, and you can also just install add-on, select that zip file, install add-on from file, also search for this add-on, like here, egg, and check this checkbox next to this, so import export Panda3D egg format. And now if you select your mesh and you go to the file and export, just search for Panda3D egg, and let's go to the desktop and also my egg models, and it will be the model 2.egg, or yeah, model 2.egg. Okay, let me see. Yes, here it is. Now let's try to load these two models. So the first was exported, model 1 was exported from Blender 2.79, and model 2 was exported from Blender 2.8. I'm going to copy these, and I created here in PyCharm on my models folder. I'm going to paste them here. Yes, refactor. And here, instead of loading the environment, I'm going to load from my models. So my dash models, the model 1. Let me try this. Okay, here it is. We just have to move the camera because the model starts at the same position as the camera. So if I rotate it, you can see, although there is no lighting in this scene, that's why you see it as a flat white color. So this model was exported from Blender 2.79, so the old Yabee exporter, and the model 2 was exported using Blender 2.8, so the new Yabee exporter. Let's try this out also. Move the camera back, and here it is. So as you can see, both Yabee exporters for both Blender works as it should. And this exporter also can export animations, what we are going to take a look in an upcoming video.